We're here. We made it. It's 2023. We survived 2022, which, you know what? There were moments where we were like, hey, maybe not. I don't know, but we did it. We're here. It's episode 42 of Prep Talk Live. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch, in case you forgot who we were. And to my left or right, depending on how your computer screen is focused or whatever, is the Urban Prepper. Tup, what is up? How are things? How was your new year? Welcome to 2023.
Yeah, we did it. We made
it. I know. I feel like we just did our 1 year anniversary, and then here we are.
We did it. We did it in 2021, 2022. Now we're 2023. Yeah. But yeah, no, this is going good. Yeah.
Sorry, the audio. Here's the deal, everyone. Look, we are trying today, and
this is low budget.
Yeah, this is more discombobulated than normal. If normally there is a level of just not all there that we have, and we get that, and that's what you come for. But today, my move is still a bit we're 95% there, but my microphones and stuff weren't connecting, so I'm on a different setup than I would normally be. So we're just gonna do our best. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we'll do our best. But yeah, I don't know. I had a great new year. I had a couple weeks off from work, so that was real nice. And then came back on this week. And again, my boss just does not care about my YouTube career, so I have to keep me busy already. Get just back in the action. So
we should start a letter writing campaign. Actually, don't. No one. I don't want. We're not going to. But it would be funny. But don't do it. That's not a thing we should do.
Yeah, but for the last couple of weeks, it's been a lot of, I had 2 weeks off from work, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done. I'm going to work on some videos. I'm going to do this and that. And at the end of the day, I just ended up lounging, sleeping in, not turning on the computer, watching reruns, and I started watching Yellowstone and some other things. So yeah, I got absolutely nothing done in 2 weeks. But
I feel like that's a good productive way to spend those 2 weeks. If you're not going to do projects, at least really recharge and get ready for the next upcoming.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the next stretch. Yeah, I felt that I needed it for sure. So,
quick hellos to everyone. I see Bernie is here.
Now we could go.
Yeah, exactly. He's eating sushi or he's being clever. One or the other. I'm not sure. Chuck is here. I saw Pony Girl was here.
Yeah, Pony Girl.
So yeah, who's here? Best guys ever. I don't know who they are, but when they get here, we will let them know that you're very excited to see them. I think is we're at.
What about you? What did you do for New Year's?
What did we do for New Year's? We moved all kinds of things. We kind of had the week of Christmas Eve, the office got essentially completed to the point where we could start moving. And so we had about a day and a half before Christmas Eve to start moving everything out. And then we got back and we had painting and carpet people inside. And then that was done. So then we could move those other rooms. So we spent pretty much all of what was winter break for the kids, moving things around and shuffling stuff around. And then today we had the final moving people move the final stuff and do that. So the contractors for the office are coming back. They have a couple of touch-up things to do on the roof and setting up my ham radio. I've got the antenna. We've got the line, but we had to cut the line in order to get it in. It was too wide for the thing. So we got to redo the line and crimp it. So hopefully next week I'll actually have my ham radio actually up and going, which will be exciting. But yeah, it's been a lot of that. And then trying to kind of set up I've got a new streaming setup because I tried to kind of consolidate it. So I did the big towers with cameras and microphones. And so I can basically sit here. I'm hoping, my goal is that if I have this set up, it will be easier to make videos and therefore I can make more videos. Nice. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I was trying to get all that stuff done. And then of course tonight is the stream and I haven't tested the new camera setup. I haven't tested the new audio setup and none of it worked.
Now, are you in a different room than normal? It's just a different angle, or is this a whole new, the backdrop is similar, but
no. We are in a whole different.
Oh, look at that
room.
You're next to the electrical box too, just in case.
Yeah, exactly. The electrical box. Yeah. So we've got I'm going to do a tour at some point of all of this.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. I got the new streaming
look
setup.
At those lights.
Yeah. I got lights up here, and then I've got LEDs that actually go across the top, so I can do the colored LED stuff, which is kind of fun. So
And
yeah, it's all
is
new.
it Optimus Prime back there too? Is that
Oh yeah, yeah. There's Optimus
you got
Prime,
Optimus and you got the Hulk
Lego,
Breaker,
and then the Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster, yeah.
So what happened was I had. You'll note that like the Death Star and the helicarrier are no longer up there. The shelves that we got for the office are narrower, and so some of the Legos that I had that are wider, like the Death Star and stuff, would not fit on these new shelves. So, as any self-respecting prepper would do, I went and I bought thinner Legos. So we had to get the Hulkbuster because it would fit in the shelf.
Wow.
I already had Optimus Prime. So there are a couple more that I have in the house that we're going to build in the next couple of days and get those up there. And then, you know, the Pop Army is over here. So we're going to get all that stuff set up.
And I like if you ever get if you get raided or swatted, you have the electrical outlet right there, so you can shut down the whole operation.
Exactly. We just
from arm's reach. Yeah.
Just done. So yeah. So and I'm gonna do a poster over that's gonna cover that. That's gonna be all of the shirt designs that we keep talking about that I have made. So I'm gonna turn them into posters, and then we'll have those as different backdrops and stuff. And then at some point, we'll do the. I have the hatches in the floor, the trap doors. We have them. We have 3 of them. It is so fantastic. So I got to do like a whole video on what we're gonna do with those. But yeah, it's very cool to have this own space. But it was a huge effort to just kind of get it all in here and get it set up. So that's what I did.
That's exciting news. I didn't want to get you too nervous, but I did see the Sutton's Days is now in the house.
Oh my goodness.
All
right, quick, put on your bra.
I can put my bra on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. We got to readjust. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Bring on our A game now.
Yeah, exactly. Pigs Fly is here. Like, I feel like I was talking about my thing, and then everybody showed up. It's now a full-on party.
Sutton's wants us to sing too. I don't know if that's
She wants us to sing.
Yeah, we're preppers, not singers.
We're trying to bring in viewers. Sutton's Days.
Yes.
Look, I know that Sutton's Days has literally hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Like, she has a massive audience. TUP has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He has a massive audience. I would like to not upset the dozens of people who have, for whatever reason, subscribed to my channel. Like, that's my goal.
Algorithms would ban us for sure, I think.
Yeah, exactly. We would be demonetized immediately for whatever's going on.
Hate singing or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, the Fortnite banana is on the shelf. Yeah, we have that. Some of them are just fun ones that I like. Some of them have like little family stories attached to them and things. So one of these days I should go through and like do a thing on all the Funkos and everything. But we'll do that. We'll do that another day. I saw Chuck talking about ham radios.
Yeah, I saw that he was
yeah, he's doing like a ham radio
kind of kits.
Morse code class. Nice. That's very cool. Is it like an online thing, Chuck, or is it how would someone get to join this thing?
I think Andrew was asking about brands. I have a few different brands, Baofeng, Midland, yeah, what's the one that starts with a Y? Yeah, if I always pronounce it wrong.
Yaesu?
Yaesu. I have a wide mixture of them. Some of them I've received from where they wanted me to do a review of it. Other ones I've just bought. And so yeah, there's a whole bunch though. I could if you send me an Instagram or something, I could try to get you the exact models. But
yeah, I've got the Yaesu 400. Which is what's going to go in here. And then I have I think it's a D70 or something. It's the handheld one.
Yeah.
And then I have a couple of Baofangs, which I don't know how you pronounce it. Baofeng.
I say Baofeng.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. So I have a couple of those just kind of to stash places. They're not my first choice, but they're
like the cheap ones that you could put in a whole bunch of replicated a whole bunch of kits like that.
Exactly. Yeah. They're really, and I think there are some hardcore ham radio guys who are 100% against them and think that they are the worst radios ever made. And then there are some people that are hardcore radio people who think they are the greatest radios that's ever made. And you're like, I don't know what to do with this information.
I have most of mine. I use the Chirp software, just program them as receivers basically, where I just have them pre-programmed with a bunch of different local repeaters and stuff. So I have them pre-programmed, and they're just for listening type things. But I have a lot of them. They're a lot more affordable to put in a lot of different kits. So
yeah. And I feel like if it's an emergency, like if you're in like regular day to day and you don't have a license and you're on it, like that's not a good thing. That's not, everyone discourages that.
Yeah.
But like I got them also to give to family members that are in the area. And while we have the Garmin satellite things or whatever, but if for some reason those don't work or whatever, the radio, so we could talk back and forth with instructions of like, go to this frequency and use this call sign. And like, if it's an earthquake or a natural disaster or something like that, I don't think people are necessarily going to be checking call signs and licenses if people are trying to get help and that sort of thing.
I also use the Go10 meshes. I have I have those in all my kits too, because those are, you can technically use your phone for those, and anyone could use it. So, but it's only a short range, but it's good for like a neighborhood watch. So I've strategically have a couple neighbors that have this. I was just looking over here. I know this is my CB antenna that I don't know why it's just sitting here, but it's really yeah, there's stuff all over.
Because you actually, you never know when you're going to need a chainsaw, a hydrant wrench, or a CB radio in its package still. That's the best part.
It's been in there for years. It's just sitting in the office. I don't know why. But
my radio has been in my office for years, not hooked up. And I'm so excited that at some point, like in the next week, I'll actually hook it up and then try to like get it to work and all of that.
Speaking of preparedness, I've been meaning to ask you, how were you impacted in Seattle? We had the ice storms before Christmas. Did that hit the port? Did that hit your Portland area? Because I know that you and Bernie are running the
we monitor
Portland area.
Exactly. Yes. So we had snow and ice. We had it was wonderful to watch, and I mean that sarcastically, because you had not only people who were trying to stock up because it was right before Christmas, so they were running to Costco to get last minute stuff and Target to get last minute stuff. But then the snowstorm and the ice storm were coming, and we don't do ice and snow well at all. No. If it's in the forecast,
sucks at it.
Oh my goodness! And like they will close airports and schools and everything, just thinking that it might be there. And so when it actually shows up, it's awful. It was pretty much everyone was inside for like 2 or 3 days. And we also had we had the snowstorm and the ice storm, but then we also had some big rain and windstorms in our area too. So what didn't get knocked out because of ice and snow then got taken out because of the windstorm. And so there are a couple of streets in our area that are still closed down because there are huge trees that fell over and took out power lines and all kinds of stuff. So it was a mess in our area.
I'm gonna have to do some revisions to some of my preps, because I have the rock salt, I have the de-icer and stuff ready to go, but I guess I didn't know that. Like, I don't know if this is normal, but how hard they get if you store them for too long. Like they just get, it's like so I was like, crap, what do I do with this? It's like, I can't break this up, this one. It's like
you get your hydrant wrench, and you just work out some aggression.
I mean, so I had the backup to the backup, so that ended up working. But some of my first batch that I was like, okay, I've been waiting for this moment because I wanted to de-ice it was nuts. It was like a 1-inch sheet of ice across the driveway, the front porch, all the streets, the stairs, and you could not walk out there. But of course, there's a lot of idiots in Seattle. I don't know. I'm like, what do you do? Why are you trying to go down a hill or up a hill? Like, and so they're just sliding down there, knocking out all the parked cars and stuff. It was embarrassing. But
they were probably visiting from Portland.
Yeah, they might have been
all of the. It's like, okay, don't go out. Like, we have regular tires. Don't go out. Here are every news channel is showing the.
They all said don't go anywhere.
Of cars sliding into each other and like, oh no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. That won't happen to my car. And then
I could barely get from my car to the front door on and I was sliding, and I was doing something late at night, and so and that's when the ice storm happened, and so I barely made it home. But then when I went to the driveway, I was in autopilot, and I just I'll go down my driveway, which is on a hill, and then the car just started going. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run into the house, and and fortunately, my wife, she's been going full prepper lately, and so she had this big pile of compost in the driveway, like it's like on the Jurassic Park when Ian Malcolm saw the big. Now that's one big pile of S.
Yeah.
It's like that, and so I'm like, okay. At a certain point when you're sliding, it's just out of your control. But I slowly got it to maneuver so. That pile of crap basically of compost saved the day, and the car slid into that. So
is that like in like Back to the Future when everything at the end, like Biff and his family run into some sort of pile of manure or something?
Manure. I hate manure.
I love that your wife's manure stopped you from putting a hole in the house.
Yeah, so she totally. I've been talking crap about it for so many months now because she's had it there. She's using it for all her plants and her peppers and everything. But it's been there for so long now in the driveway that it's on on Google Maps and stuff. If you look at our house, you see this big this big compost pile in the driveway. And so I'm like, it's in Google Maps now. But during an ice storm, it served as a blockade.
All right, so everyone go to Google Maps and search for
compost piles.
Yeah, compost and driveway houses.
Yes,
and you'll find where Tup lives. That's a great plan.
But yeah, I have to figure. I have to do some research to see like how long can you store the de-icer, because I think rock salt I didn't have the problem with it, but the de-icer, which kind of melts away that ice that has the chemical reaction, whatever. That stuff, I had a few of them that turned rock hard where I couldn't use it when I needed it. So
I wonder if do you ever use Epsom salts?
Yeah,
so we get the Epsom salts like from Costco because we're just waiting for the sponsorship. Costco. Yeah. And the ones that we've had for a while, they become like little bricks, and you have to like break them up in order to then get them to work. I wonder if it's a similar thing depending on the chemical composition of the de-icer and everything else versus like that.
I don't know, but now it's another thing, yet another prep thing that I have to worry about for rotation, and I'm gonna have to color coordinate it and all this crap. So
yeah,
I'm gonna use the same color coordination stickers I think on the de-icer that I use on the pantry. I think that'll be what I do.
I think that's a good idea.
I'll have to do some research though. So
yeah, I think you're gonna need new colors, like a pearl color, so it's like frosty ice or something like that. We're gonna need something like that.
And I haven't been happy with my ice scrapers either. They don't last that long. So I've tried. I try a wide variety of them, and
what ice are you trying to scrape that hard, rigid plastic does not? It breaks down.
It's not that it breaks down, but it gets uneven. So then when you're scraping it, you just get a bunch of lines, and it's driving me bonkers.
Oh, all right. I understand. I mean,
if anyone has
who color codes everything, I would imagine that lines on the ice while it's melting from your car would be upsetting.
It really bothers me. So if anyone has a good ice scraper recommendation that's not going to make those lines because it drives me crazy, let me know.
Yeah. I'll have to look and see. Ours are okay, but like I always just turn our car on to heat up, and then the ice scraper is just because I want it to go faster. Okay. So the lines are not as big because they're usually really thin, and so they melt fast.
Yeah. Well, during the ice storm, it was a thick thing of ice, like maybe more than it could handle, I guess.
Well, but so why were you out in your car? It was an ice storm. You weren't supposed to be driving in an ice storm. I feel like we've been over this.
Well, the ice went away, but not on the vehicle. So.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
It looks like Google says 2-year shelf life for de-icer. So that shelf life, the de-icer must have been 2 years old then. So.
Or 7 years old.
Yeah. I thought I kind of assumed it was like salt, where salt just lasts forever. Is it like so? Or sugar. So.
All right. So I did see a couple of questions. One was, do we actually have our ham radio licenses?
Yeah, but I don't put call signs on the internet. I thought someone had it there, and I'm like, dude,
yeah, exactly. Andrew's got it in his thing. He's very yeah, exactly. I do. I have my tech. I have my tech license, and I think it's my tech license. Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah.
And then I got like a custom call sign because, I mean, would you expect anything less from me? That like, okay, if I can customize this, I would. So I've got that. If you would like to chat on the ham radios or whatever, DM me and I'll give you my call sign. But I'm not on I'm not on my radio that much, obviously, because it's not been hooked up for years and years. So I haven't really been on it. I'm hoping to get on it and then kind of figure it out a little bit more as we go. So I'm hoping that'll be a fun thing, kind of an intro or ham radio for beginners who have actually gotten their licenses, as opposed to, the other thing.
There's a couple of real good channels that do it really well. Every time I drive in my neighborhood, I keep finding all the hams there because they have this big obnoxious antenna. I just kind of imagine the neighbors that are. They don't, it always cracks me up because it's usually pretty ugly.
It's a race to see whose antenna is bigger.
Yeah, it is. There's no stylistic antenna way of making it, and so it's even in like a nice neighborhood, it's just like ugly looking. It's like I don't know. I find it funny.
Yeah, and there are some great. I have a couple of great channels that I watch that are like ham radio related.
Radio Crash Course, Ham Radio 2.0.
Yeah.
Survival Tech Nord, Comms Prepper.
You know way more of them.
They're all awesome. So
yeah, there's a guy on Instagram that he was on YouTube. He's on Instagram. I follow him, and he's always putting up new like radio setups that he has, but I can't remember. It's like OH something is his screen name. So
they're talking about. I saw de-icer colors, and I would like my de-icer to be like the Heisenberg blue, like the crystal meth.
Yeah, exactly. It needs
to
be
like I could have some fun with it then. So.
The cyan or something. Like, it needs to be like that sort of thing.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. Okay, let's see.
Microphone at home, and always should.
Yeah.
Talking about demonetizing preppers. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, demonizing.
Oh, demonizing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They're demonetizing too, but they're demonizing. Okay, no, they want to demonize us preppers into looking like we're out of our minds.
Yes,
and that is why you come to our channel.
Yeah.
That's why you come to Prep Talk Live. That's why you go to Cascadia Dispatch and the Urban Prepper. Because
sometimes we're just some other prep, we're just asking for it. Some preppers are just asking to be demonized because they don't laugh enough. They don't smile.
Exactly. I love Canadian Prepper and City Prepper. They're fantastic. Their channels are amazing. They seem like wonderful guys. I wish I knew them in the same way that like TUP does, where like we could chat and stuff. I've had some like real fanboy moments of like Instagram messaging them and them actually responding to me, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, nice.
I know. I feel real special. It's fantastic. I don't call them by their first names like you do because like we're not super friends. So I'm not staying at their houses, but it's a good thing. But like I get a kick out of now, like the YouTube notification of whatever video they've put up that day that tells me that the world is ending in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't like at this point, like, I feel like they've said it enough. Like they're maybe not right. I don't know. Like every day it's supposed to end and yet another day happens. So like maybe there's something else going on here. I don't know. But I love them. I love their channels.
I don't know. I wished on the New Year, right when New Year struck, I wished Chris from City Prepping, Happy New Year type thing at midnight, and Nate
Chris to his friends, Mr. City Prepper to exactly.
It's funny whenever we like saying he's real funny. He has a lot of good jokes and stuff. So usually our text threads are inappropriate for YouTube. So, we'll get canceled. So, but yeah.
I reached out to him about some solar stuff that I was doing, and he had some real great ideas and feedback. And then I reached out to Nate. You call him Nate. I call him Mr. Canadian Prepper, sir. And he had about some of the gold stuff that he had a while back and some of the questions I had around that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the bullion, the credit cards, those were really cool. So he gave me some great advice on that sort of stuff and was real nice. So I have the utmost respect for both of them and would love to have them. They should visit us on Prep Talk Live. It went so well with Sutton's Days. I say we bring on the big boys and let's see what happens.
We got to talk to the legal team and all this stuff and the agents.
If we can get Canadian
Wardrobe
Prepper and
makeup
City Prepper on here laughing about prepping, I feel like we've won.
Yeah, well, my goal usually when I talk to all of them, especially on camera, is to make them laugh about something. So that's just with you and I, it's just kind of more of a natural thing. So we're
It's
just
how we roll. It's what we do.
laugh at the face of danger at the
Yeah.
24 hours to live. We're laughing and we're
All right. So I know you are going to have to go here in a couple minutes. Somewhere
Right.
between 1 and 5 minutes from now, you're going to decide that it's time to go. I also am going to need to go.
Yeah, sorry for the short. I know we needed a sync because it's the new year, but
yeah,
my kid has something going on.
We needed to get back in shape. Yeah, it's like
I want to see if we still had it. We still had the.
We still have it.
I think it's like riding a bike. I like riding a bike.
One of those electric bikes the Canadian Pepper sells for like
those e-bikes they're hot. Yeah, they're a little too expensive for me, but
I would love that. So I figured we should talk about like, is there a new year? Either a new year, not resolution, but like a goal for the new year or something prepping new year related that you're thinking
for
about?
prepping, or just right now I'm just trying to finish some videos. My bar is really low, so it's I had it planned. Oh, okay, I got 2 weeks. I'm gonna make this buffer of videos or just finish them up. And so I don't know. I think my goal for Q1 is to just get some stuff out there. I was kind of thinking it'd be fun because to be honest, I haven't really watched a lot of other YouTube channels, like even the large ones, just because of all like the fear stuff. I just turned it off. I tuned that off. So it'd be fun to kind of do a retrospective, a look back over the past year and see like do some kind of videos on that. But I have some other videos that I've been they're done. I just need to finish editing and make the thumbnails and stuff. So but for personal prepping, I gotta downsize a couple things and reorganize the garage. Since my wife's going full prepper now, I gotta clear some space for her. So it's she's trying to take over my garage and my color coordinated modules, and so it's kind of a touchy subject. So it's like prepper couple battles. I'm like, what module is the
what module are you putting
canning supplies?
It is what it is. It's going. I can imagine two completely separate sides of the garage. One organized by TUP, one organized by his wife.
That's what I'm doing.
Same exact things and both sides, but just duplicated, so only they know where it is.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to give one side of the garage to her preps, and then the other side is mine, and we'll duke it out for that. But I did get her the All American canner for Christmas. I hope that she likes it. She hasn't tried it yet, but it's that was my big gift for her.
Very nice.
Man, those things are expensive.
Yeah. So, and Sun's Days is a big fan of those.
Well, she has t-shirts and she probably has a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. I need her to teach.
Sun's Days has a lower back tattoo of the All American canner.
I hope she's still here. I hope she's still here. I don't know that she is. I haven't seen her jump in lately. I hope she caught that. That's just, is that like a can stamp? What do we call that? I don't know. That's a whole, wow. We have gone to a whole.
I'm trying to think of like prepper. I was just thinking of like prepper tattoos, like ham radio towers and stuff, like antennas that go up because remember when people used to have the barbed wire around the
oh yeah.
And I think preppers could do some kind of ham radio antenna type thing. It just kind of goes up the line.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's what we really need is an illustrator on staff.
Yeah,
who can come up with these ideas for us faster than we can.
Nate has a whole team like
he would have to
thumbnail editor, makeup, all.
I mean, just based on the amount of videos that he puts out. Somebody up here was saying, maybe our goal should be, one new video each this year.
Yeah,
slow down. All right, let's just hold on.
First things first. Let's talk it out really quick.
Yeah. But I mean, he puts out, when you're putting out videos every day, I'm hoping that with this whole setup, one of my things for the new year is I'm just going to try a different tactic of videos. I used to do more standing up, kind of talking and trying to set it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to try more of the sit down, talk to the camera, come up with ideas, B-roll, that sort of a thing, just to try to get more of those ideas out faster with less editing. because I always
Yeah,
get
the
hung up in
editing
the
takes
editing.
it takes me on average probably 16 to 20 hours for like a full video that goes into detail and everything. It's a lot of time. So
Yeah, and I've seen a
doing
lot of
the
other.
talking head videos are pretty. They're
Yeah, and I've
not as
seen a bunch of YouTubers who have done really well with more of the talking head approach, and you add in some things, but you don't have the big amounts of editing because you're doing overlays and things like that.
yeah.
And just a different approach to it, and in being able to get more videos out faster for more information for more people. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's maybe what I'm going to try this year.
I got to go back on TikTok. I saw that some of these
Yeah,
videos on TikTok do well. People are talking about the washboard TikTok video. Yeah, that was my
oh
wife thought
yeah,
I was crazy on that one, but I thought it was funny.
it was fantastic. It was
I got
fantastic.
maybe I'll make my comeback on TikTok first and then YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok makes me nervous because I come up with a lot of ideas that I would like to do, but I'm not. It makes me nervous to like do stitches or certain things with certain audio where it's like, okay, is this going to be like a song that is going to be commercial or anything? Like, where are those violation things happening? And TikTok can be a weird spot.
Yeah.
I love TikTok, and I keep coming up with ideas, and I
Yeah.
like that. Maybe should be one of our New Year's resolutions as well. Is just we're gonna do TikToks by
We'll go
God.
TikTok big. Yeah, we'll go TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Just whatever happens. We can always do Instagram too. Like you do like TikTok and then take it and put it on Instagram and then YouTube Shorts. Do the whole.
I need to update Instagram too. And I'm behind on so much things. I didn't even get my TUP Christmas cards out. So it's been
That's
been
okay.
an off
I
year.
noticed. I just figured I was off the list.
No,
I
it's
figured that
none
like
of,
we
no
weren't
one
doing the
got.
stream anymore, and it was
Yeah,
over.
yeah. No one got one. It was yeah. Well, I have to get my son to
yes,
a
you have to
lesson.
go. It's been
So,
a
yeah.
wonderful time back.
Yeah.
We will we'll do more
see.
next week. Is next week looking good so far?
I think so. There's one Wednesday I know that I have something in the evening.
Okay.
So but I'll figure it. I'll have my people get in contact with your people. My
right.
legal team will get in contact with your legal team.
All right. I think that's fine. I think one of my New Year's resolutions as well is going to be on the nights when you can't make it, I'm still going to come on and chat and stuff, and then we'll
just get Bernie on or Sutton's.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now that I've got like guest stuff and everything, we can do that. So we'll do that when we can do it. Thanks everyone for joining us. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, comment below with your New Year's idea. Maybe next week we'll look at everybody's New Year's ideas and do some commentary or something on that.
Leave a comment on some of the prepper tattoos that you think that we should look at.
Of course.
With the can stamp. We got that.
The can stamp. I love the can stamp. Oh my goodness. Someone let Sutton's Days know that she needs a can stamp. That's a thing. And then when she's like, what's going on? You should tell her to watch the end of the stream. All right. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.